Greetings and salutations, welcome back to our Let's Play of EU4 with RedBstrd as Granada. Where we last left our nation, we had helped Ottomans attack Mamluks, which put us at war with our buddies in Morocco. So we had to make sure that we didn't engage them directly in combat, because that would cost us trust. I mean, it did cost us trust quite a lot. But every time you hit somebody in combat, it'll move your trust down eventually. Let's go ahead and get this, because they'll get over it in a month. They're actually still loyal to us. They just don't quite know it due to rounding errors. We're still getting subsidies from the Ottomans for the moment. I do want to know what French debt levels are looking like. Tunis does not have debt. Morocco does not have debt. France has 300 debt. Ottomans have 800 debt. So that is scary. And they're currently sending us subsidies. I'd actually prefer if they stop that. We don't have enough money to pay off either of their debt. And I think we need to get into the colonial game first. But potentially, if we do start conquering some natives, I really want to do that. Give it a shot. They'll get over it. I don't like them having that high of influence while being upset with us. We can almost start exploring. Just needs more diplo power. It's great, because we're gonna get 100 more. That gets us a lot closer. And then of course we'll have to get an explorer, which will put us over our leader limit. So we might have to fire this guy. Okay, that's fine. Ottomans, we don't mind. We're actually losing money. Let's stop paying our troops for the moment. Do they have military access? Yeah, we do. Yeah, it sucks that we're going to have to wait until we get favors before we can call them into war with any of the Europeans, unless we promise them land. Which I really don't want to do, because we need all of this for all onto this. Yeah, the French did kick the English troops out of France. And we'll put this guy on targeting allies. Targeting threatening countries, I guess. And we're just waiting for one more month's worth of points before we pull off 3 of these guys. These ships are outdated. Let's go for the West African Sea. Okay, now what we want to do is try getting colonialism to spawn. Don't want this in a province owned by the Ulama. They've got way too much land. Oh. Should have thought about the fact that they weren't exactly happy with this. Okay, let's get rid of that guy. They do want a little bit more land. There's not much I can do about that. They already had really high influence. So I didn't want to develop a province that they held. Actually, we pulled it from the clergy, too. Maybe that was dumb. Probably was dumb. Oops. Too threatening. Should actually probably do here. Split this army in half. Okay, they're going there. So beat them there. Kill them. What can we do to make the emirs happy? I guess we could give them that province back, but I really don't want to. Yeah, they have really high development. Or, influence. Well, they did when they had that province. Let's do that. Okay, so we can see some more stuff out here, and that is not colonized yet. Do we want to upgrade these ships? It's only our light ships. Yeah, they'll end up making us more money. We might need them in combat. Be at the top of their game. Yeah, if we could reach this. Let's colonize. And then we could potentially attack into here. Let's pull this guy back. And we could state this stuff up. Yeah, if we can get a West African Empire, that would be really good. That'd be an opportunity for expansion. Potentially cut off. No. No. We'll do that. Okay, so this could be something that we could potentially keep Portugal from doing as well in West Africa. Okay, how about we go for the Caribbean Sea? And we might be able to view them as an ally. Yeah, we're already won over. But if they can give us military access and so on, we can gain some power down here. And try to get stronger than the Iberians. Okay, those guys are upgraded. And when we no longer have anything to explore that's within range, we'll upgrade those guys as well. This is Fetishist Itsuni. They're going to be far behind us on tech due to lacking even feudalism. Why don't we start getting these troops over there? And I think we should start paying them. We'll lose a little bit of cash, but we did have a nice cash reserve. We can do that. I do that. Their influence is going to get pretty high when the protected dhimmi expires. Until we can get them some more land, they're not going to be happy with us. Okay, the papacy is involved in a foreign war. Which is great, because that buys us more time. And they even call it Castilian. Manpower is going to be a problem, especially when our emirs are annoyed with us. Marriage with Morocco. Let's call this guy back. Thank you, Morocco. Yeah, we'll try working on our allies some more. And I'm hoping that Messina won't protect them. But it looks like Messina is actually pretty small. So the main thing that they would do to make our life more difficult is prevent us from being able to win the war with 100%. Let's wait a month so that these troops fill in a little bit. And yeah, we do have some galleys here. Messina would come in. Okay, so let's try to get around that by getting an alliance here and getting military access. We'll land some troops, because we'll need both of these groups at once. Okay. buddy up to them a little bit more. And wait for the first of the month. We're not going to mark Messina because we don't know what they have for allies. Okay, broke them. And let's get these guys repaired. Fill up some spy power here. Messina didn't come in. Thought it said that they were going to. Well, that makes our life easier. Go for the Caribbean. And then we'll check out Brazil. But one of our goals is going to be the gold mines of Mexico. Got 50 Diplo. Yeah, that's way more valuable to us than a few ducats. Definitely want this because it'll drastically expand our colonial range. And why don't we add this to a trade company? It's already the right religion. Yeah. Okay, it looks like this is going to fall pretty quickly, and hopefully we'll get sight on Fulo once we have this conquered. Let's have prestige in naval tradition. Ugh. Yeah, we'll take some corruption. Province won't really upset anyone because it's low development, and they're all Mali's allied to us, and I think everyone else is fetishist and so on. Fulo should be a fetishist nation. Okay, let's get that cord. And we can actually add that into a trade company. We got to give something to our mirrors, though. Well, the coastal stuff, trade company it is. If we can conquer inward into Fulo, then we'll give that to our emirs. Okay, let's work on improving relations with our allies. Yes, we'll make our emirs like us a little bit more. Don't know if we really want to increase this. When's that going to expire? 15 a year. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Because we can't control their influence. So hopefully Wilkes will be able to see this province soon. One way that we could ensure that, we could just get this guy. We'll end up using him elsewhere anyway. Sadly, we're now way over in our number of leaders. Let's go back to using this guy because he's better in combat, and we don't want to get that conquistador killed. Picking conquistadors. we're going to try looking around in South America. Let's go for South Atlantic. Yeah, we'll try to conquer this, because I don't think very far inland can be added into trade regions. Yeah, not in Fulo. So that will go to our emirs. We could give it to our Demi, but right now our emirs don't have enough land, so they're the ones. And I think we really should... Wow, we're losing money. We really should get a Diplo advisor, because we're 2 over limit. And we can beat up people for their money here, and potentially in South America, tribes, once we've explored a little bit. Push over there, beat them up for their cash. Get rid of that alert. We're not going to rival any of these guys. I mean, eventually we'll rival Mali and try to take their land, but for right now, this helps us manage our aggressive expansion. And it potentially keeps Portugal out of Mali. Okay, wanted to pick these guys up for a reason. We'll split them in half. Here, and then over to here. Keep an eye on what's going on with Fulo. And let me keep an eye on our time. 22 minutes, okay. Atlantic. Let's get that. There's no coast, which is strange, because that seems like it would be. Go for Atlantic South America, which will give us the coast of Brazil. And hopefully these guys won't get too beat up, but we got plenty of sailors. I think we'll be fine. We'll hunt for the 7 cities and hope we get some nice bonuses. Let's keep an eye on our force limits. We can get some more ships. I want some big ships, but we just can't afford enough to make a difference anyway. I mean, we could certainly buy them. But the maintenance would be the problem, because we're already losing money. Okay, we declare war here. Kill off their army. I guess we'll split them in half. And that was the entirety of their army. So we're gonna split... Well, I don't know if they have any more rebels. They seem to be moving fine through here. I don't think they have any rebels, but I can't be certain. I mean, obviously, they have the rebel control over their capital, but that's, I mean, active rebel armies. Yeah, I don't like that. That's our sphere of influence. At least it's not Portugal down there. Let's go ahead and take this. Extends our colonial range quite a bit. Definitely don't want to keep those forts. Okay, hostile movement speed, yeah. Sorry if it's generic events, I'm just clicking past them pretty quickly. Because again, if you're trying to play as Granada, you probably should have a respectable amount of experience in the game, just because their start is so hard. And you should have a good sense of what most generic events are. Anything that seems Granada specific, we'll read it off. Thank you for wasting your money, Castile. Okay, do we want 10 prestige? No, we want some development here in Cape Verde. We lost an admiral. That's fine, because we were over in our... Ugh, what do we want to lose? Admin. We're going to need to core a lot of stuff. Let's call this guy back. You don't decide peace terms, we dictate them to you. End of Spear. I was hoping that they would have more money than that. Let's go ahead and increase autonomy. I think we'll keep the fort temporarily, because we're going to have some rebels and so on. And we can't do anything about that until... Wait. Yeah, the most inland one. So once this is cored, we'll start being able to core that. Hey, maybe we shouldn't have... We're going to deal with the rebel uprising here anyway. I'm not sure that I want the lowered autonomy modifier. Oh, Portugal likes us. This one's going to take a while, but I do want to start fabricating, building up some spy power so that we can drop a colony in here and immediately start fabricating claims. Let's actually check to see if we can get anything from estates. No. And we lost our explorer. Go ahead and upgrade those ships while we wait for more depot points. Let's try to buddy up to our allies. Keeping that in our trust. I do like the fact that so many of the English are over here. I mean, granted, a bunch of our troops are over here. That means that England is not going to be very effective. Yeah, we'll get some piety. I don't think anyone would dare attack us right now. Unless something crazy is going on. Like, you know, another war where... Oh, Tunis picked up a bunch of territory from Mamluks. Yeah, throw away all your money, Castile. Hoping that relations break down with various people and what's going on in that war? France invade the Empire? Yeah, they did. Glad they didn't call us into that. Ottomans invading Hungary. Because Hungary... Ooh, I don't like that. Don't like that at all. That means that only one of our allies would be able to protect us in the event of a Castilian or Portuguese invasion of our country. Okay, we do have depot points we need. It's a really good explorer. Okay, so we want that. Let's go more for the South Atlantic. And then we'll explore the coast of it. So I want to close off some of these opportunities for people to get down to South Africa. It's not my immediate target for colonization, but I want to know about that stuff before the Europeans do. Not sure if that's likely, but Portugal probably knows about a lot of stuff that we don't yet. Yeah, let's keep an eye on what kind of rebellion. 16k. We do have a fort here, and we do have an ally. Why don't we move over here, assuming that this can support us, it can. And that way, if they rise up, eventually rebels will make their way to the fort, and we could sort out the garrison. Don't like that. Because I could see Castile attacking France. I'm gonna wait on next level of military attack. So I do want that core creation cost. It's 15% core creation cost. Such a good. I mean, obviously, other people have better, but that's still really good at 15. And let's check on state interactions. So the Fulani separatists are at 70%. %. We'll keep them up. Actually, let's pull this guy back. And we'll target outraged countries. Because of West Africa. Or South Atlantic coast. Fulani at 90%. Do have him, still good. And we're running out of money. Papacy wants They're not going to colonize, but they're going to spread those. Although, North Atlantic, we should have actually done that. If anyone asks us for the North Atlantic again, we'll do. Longo. St. Helena? Are there actually even... There's no one even there. Ireland's just got a hut with like a Coca-Cola bottle in it. And that's it. Okay, let's get rid of that. Have to take the corruption. Yeah, we'll do that. Ooh. 3 years we'll have the SOT support goes away. I think we'll be okay. Unless they have another modifier. And then we'll have to pull land from them or something. Yeah, Timurids are going to lose a lot to Persia here. Whoa, look at that. Dude. Ottomans. Why? Why did you invade Hungary? They still got that. Even finished off Byzantium. I'm gonna... Oh, the Portuguese are already down there in a big way. Okay, let's get Atlantic South America coastline. Okay, let's pull that guy. Temporarily. And let's explore over here. We might just want to pull these guys back to Europe. Remember that coring. Okay. You have allies. You do not have allies. Switch you back. Chillin'. Let's... Back it back. Oh, one thing that we haven't done is actually even finished off the spread of colonialism. But it's growing. Let's turn off that edict. Where's that even growing from? Granada. Okay, we'll try to save up some cash. And we are losing lots of money because we have colonies. Can we afford this guy? I think we can for now. Especially if we can beat up somebody for their money over here. Well, at least you won't be suffering attrition. Let's keep an eye on our time. I think we're over 30 minutes. We are.